Welcome. I am Chituga Chinda, and I am back again. I apologize for my protracted absence. It's due to issues beyond my own control. I'm here again for you, and we are here to discuss the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy as promised last time. And today we shall begin with the fundamental obligation of the government. It's rather short, it's not going to take too long of our time. And I will read it. Section 13. Section 13 is the first section in chapter 2. Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I should warn you that while I read this out, as we go ahead, while I read these sections out, it may sound like fiction to you to know that such laws exist in Nigeria but are being ignored. It's not fiction. Believe it or not, I am not pulling anything that I read here out of my ass. I am not. I am reading it as contained in the Constitution. In fact, I was a child when this document was drafted. So I've had no input in it. I am basically reading what I have come to meet. What is the situation of the law? What is basically being ignored by our elected officials, elected, appointed, whatever officials. So section 13 reads, it shall be the duty and responsibility of all organs of government and of all authorities and persons exercising legislative, executive, or judicial powers to conform to, observe, and apply the provisions of this chapter of the Constitution. This chapter being chapter 2, the various sections in chapter 2, which subsequently we shall go into details. Basically, what this section is saying is that if you are an executive, whether at the federal level, whether at the state level, whether at the local government level, in fact, if your powers flow from any of these authorities, that is, you're a traditional ruler recognized by the state, that is, a traditional ruler, though not recognized by the state, you share in the local government funds, local government treasury, you have a share in it, that you are duty bound, and in fact it is your responsibility to uphold chapter 2 of the Constitution, even if that your function is basically one of advice. Then your advice should be tailored towards the implementation of chapter 2. It seems a straightforward thing, and just as I said, it is not fiction. Chapter 2 is loaded with policy directives, what the state ought to do. This is whether you have sense or you don't have sense, the fact that you occupy government position. The moment you occupy government position, that your authority is founded on this Constitution. One way or the other, it is flowing from the Constitution. Whether you are a legislature, that is a House of Assembly, House of Representatives, Senate, local government, a councillor in the local government council, your duty, your primary responsibility is to uphold, that is an obligation to you, to uphold chapter 2 of this Constitution. How many of us can claim, now I'm speaking to elected representatives, how many of us can claim that our actions, that our decisions stem from chapter 2? Well, it's not too late to begin. It's not too late to begin. Or whether you choose to do it or not, it is my own choice to educate the public, to educate your people, to educate you that it is within your rights to insist on full implementation of Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You insist on it from your local government, you insist on it from your state government, you insist on it from the federal government. You insist on it because it is their sole responsibility. Nothing like, the government was confused, did not know what to do or how to do it, or how to go about the issues. It's all laid out, it's all spelled out. In fact, I encourage you, if it is within your means, this is not a strange document, get a copy of the Constitution. CFRN 1999. Get a copy. Go down to chapter 2. Read through chapter 2. It reads like fiction because it is a surprise that it is the responsibility of government, all these wonderful things written down here, if upheld, would make Nigeria, would make Rivers State, would make Obiapo a different community altogether, a different local government, a different state, a different federation than what we have now. It's not too late. It's not too late because you can hear me. It's not too late because you have the power to make decisions, i.e. cast votes. You have the powers to, well, if you can, reach out to your elected representatives and bring to their attention the various chapters, the various sections of chapter 2. Well, this will be all for today. And by the next video, we shall commence proper with section 14, which deals with the government and the people. That is the relationship between the government and its people. Thank you very much for listening. Once again, I am Chituga Chinda. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.